Hey everyone, this is OP Analysis, and I'm back again with another video with a much shorter, time difference between uploads compared to last time. Anyways, my last video, I hope you saw it, but I made a tier list that I was using to kind of convey how I view the strength of the Pirate King's crew in comparison to like the Yonkos and the Admirals and everything. And I caught a lot of flack for that tier list. Part of the reason was because it obviously wasn't clear when I just posted a picture of the tier list that the Straw Hats were based on end of series Straw Hats. So that looked kind of wacky. And then, of course, there were people who disagreed with me, but hey, that's not my problem. And also, the whole structure I was basing it off of. Like, I had my tiers based on the Yonko hierarchical structure that we kind of see throughout the series. And some people took issue with that, and, well, I think they kind of have a point in the sense that it might be easier to just do it like this with more vague tiers that don't really invoke the same, limitations that you might think of, like, when you think of Third Commander. And so today I'm going to be going through a bunch of characters, not just Yonko commanders and stuff, just like a bunch of top tier characters, and ranking them how I view their strength in a general sense, you know? So even if like I put someone in S and someone in A, that doesn't necessarily mean that someone in A can't beat that person who's in S. It just depends on the matchup. And the reason why the other person is in S is because on a more general sense, like them versus everyone, I think that they are stronger than the person who's in A. That's basically how I'm doing it. Without further ado, let's kind of just get into it. Oh, by the way, I have no idea how I'm actually, like, what all this is going to be, so we're just going to figure it out as we go. Kuma is pretty strong. I'm going to put him in A2. I kind of, out of, like, the original Warlords, I kind of see him as, like, the second strongest. I would have put him above both Jinbei and Dofi, so, yeah. Basil Hawkins, I don't really have any idea how strong he is. Like, Law kind of caught him off guard and, like, took care of him easy. So, maybe C. Like, I mean, he was kind of giving Zoro some trouble, but it's not like Zoro really went all out on him either. Ben Beckman, I'm gonna put in A tier if I can make it there. Boa Hancock is a tough one. Thing is, I haven't seen the new One Piece movie that came out. Like, I think it was actually out in like 2018, 2019. But with Bullet and all of them, One Piece Stampede. And I know a lot of people got a different like idea for how strong she was based off of that. I honestly have no clue how strong she is. So I'm gonna just put her in C too. Kizaru, I'm gonna put in A. Buggy, for the power of memes, is going in S. Maybe, let's see, can I add another tier? How do you actually do that? Do I go here? No. Okay, settings. Oh, I can add a row above. Okay. Buggy goes here. Complete meme. Like, let's be serious. Beige. He's a tough one too. He's not that strong though. He's more of a defensive kind of person, and especially without a crew, he kind of lacks a lot. Cracker could go right here. Katakuri can go up here. Big Mom is here. Smoothie I'd put above Cracker. So, we should actually start ordering this out a bit more, I guess. There we go. Let's see. I think I'd put Kuma towards the end of here. And maybe I'd put Kizaru up there. I don't know, I feel like these two could kind of go either way. Dofi, I see as below Cracker. Whitebeard, old Whitebeard is going up with Big Mom. Honestly, he's probably going to be at the end of S tier. I have no clue how strong Weevil is. None at all. Kid? Manga spoilers, by the way. I should have actually added that. Kid, based off how he's been doing, I think he has the potential, like right now, that if he were to fight someone on the level of Katakuri, not Katakuri per se, but someone of that same like strength, I think he could actually give them a good one for the money. Uh, Prime Garp is up here. Gecko Moria, I'm basing off of the one from Thriller Bark. The like younger Gecko Moria, the one who could fight Kaido, you know, I'd probably put more around top of A, low of S, because Kaido's going in S. And part of that is because, like, if you go back and see through a Thriller Bark, like Gecko Moria, he's obviously a bit out of shape because he's been just lazing around for the past like 15 odd years plus or something. Uh, but but when he did have like those thousand shadows, you know, like that Shadows of Asgard technique or whatever, uh, he hit the island and broke it. Like he was really displaying some Yonko level strength at that point. So like when he's really pushing himself, he could definitely like be up here, but Luffy did beat him, and he is out of shape. Uh, D right now, yeah. Gold Roger obviously going up here. Fujitora is going up in here. I think that he's really on that Yonko level. I'll explain. Maybe I'll explain more as I go. Jack, I'm actually gonna put right here, and this is for really kind of one of two reasons, maybe I guess. After Doflamingo was defeated, with that in mind, Luffy and Law got 500 berries apiece. 500 million berries apiece, which equate to a billion berries. These are the two people who are given credit for defeating Doflamingo. Jack is worth that on his own, which to me is already a slight indication that he may be stronger than Doflamingo. And then also you have Kaido, who like if you go, you can see his reaction to hearing Doflamingo being beaten, and it's like, oh god, that's what you get for being weak. But then like when Jack's beaten, it's like, oh no, you're not weak. They're just that strong. And I just think that's kind of telling. Yeah, yeah, I think from Kaido's perspective at least, Jack is stronger than Dofi, and I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Kaido. Uh, oh, I forgot Burgess. Burgess. Uh, I forget who it is. I think it's my one friend on Twitter, Race. I have a speech impediment, guys, so I'm not good with ours, but he he put together the thing about how strong Burgess is, and he's actually one of the strongest commanders. And if Burgess is really the second in like the second person on Blackbeard's crew after like Shiryu, you know, like out of his subordinates, uh, and like you know just the third strongest on the crew, I think he might potentially actually be up on him. But he did lose to Sabo pretty handedly. I don't know. Maybe B right now. I'm thinking. I don't know if I want to put him above any of these guys though. I'll put him right here. Oh. Mm, I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna just put him in the question mark. I really don't know. He fought Sabo, but like he didn't. Like Sabo came away from that pretty fine, but Burgess wasn't really like bad. He was just defeated, you know. He wasn't like badly injured. So, you know, C. C tier right now. We'll figure it out later with Sabo. Bonnie's going in question mark. I have no clue how strong she is. Jembe, I'm putting up here. My boy Jembe, yeah. I honestly do think at the end of the series he will be as strong as Ace, if not stronger. And as strong as I see Odin, as strong as I perceive Odin to have been when he was on Roger's crew. So, like, that's if he's not that strong already, and if he is that strong already, that doesn't really matter either, because this is the arc in which Zoro and Sanji are going to be powering up, and they're going to be getting to that level as well. Jozu, I would put above Cracker. Yeah. Now, as for this, a lot of people are going to talk about, like, how Cracker's biscuits are, like, so incredible and stuff. Cracker's biscuits are strong, and because they're so dense underneath the coating of hockey he puts on them, they're quite tough. But Jozu can turn his body into diamond, the hardest material you can find, and then coat that in haki. That's going to result in his hardening being much, much harder than anyone else's in the series. So, like, just like on a basic level of haki, I think Jozu could potentially easily have like the strongest haki. Plus, just like his full-on strength mixed with that, I think he could probably like just completely shove through one of the soldiers with just a single punch. And yeah, it's just a battle of attrition at that point, and he might be able to win, he might not. For now, I'm gonna put him above Cracker, just cause like he was on Whitebeard's crew, and I kind of hold them in a certain regard. But it would just be a battle of attrition. If he gets one hit on Cracker, he's winning. The problem is, would he be able to? I mean, he is fairly fast. He did sneak attack Aokiji, so he might be able to. Kaido is going right here. I'm pretty sure Kaido's gonna be the top of S. Yeah, pretty much. Well, maybe Shanks. Maybe Shanks. We'll see. Uh, Killer. Do I think Killer is stronger than Jinbei? Killer's supposed to be relative to Zoro, but Kid's supposed to be the rival to Luffy, and we all see where that's going, so I'm gonna put Killer a bit lower down, actually. We haven't seen enough from him, in my opinion. King. I would put King above Jinbei, but below Kid. Odin on the Pirate King's crew, just to be clear. This is Odin when he was on Whitebeards and larger ships. Not the Odin who fought Kaido, but he's going right here. And just to reiterate, it's not like he did all that great against Kaido. He was fighting his dragon form, and he did get that major scar on him, but like, Zoro just did that a few chapters ago himself. And I don't think Zoro is, like, I don't think Zoro's beating Kizaru right now either, you know? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, he's going right there. Aokiji. A lot of people are not gonna like this. I'm gonna put him out right there, though. I'm sorry to tell y'all. And this is just based on Marineford Aokiji. He could be stronger right now. I have a whole video, again, explaining why, even despite his fight with Akainu, when you take his portrayals into account and you look deeper at that fight, he's really not as strong as you think. I have a whole video kind of explaining that fight and how his ability to absorb heat is just perfect. So I'll link that in the description. Go take a look before you come at me saying it's not possible or it doesn't make sense. Because, yeah, I worked hard on that video, and to me it makes sense. Lucky Woo. Assuming Lucky Woo is the next up after Ben Beckman, I'm gonna put Lucky Woo right up here with these guys too. I think he is stronger than Jinbei. I'm gonna say he's weaker than Aokiji. I think Aokiji might be able to beat him. Marco the Phoenix. I'm gonna put Marco right here. Honestly, him or Ben could just switch up. Kizaru and him could switch up too. He might be able to beat Kizaru. Kizaru might be able to beat him. It's really whatever to me. The same kind of goes for all three of these people, really. Blackbeard is going right here. I want to put him in Pirate King level, and I think he will eventually get there, but we just haven't seen it. And I'm not going to put him up there yet because of it. You know, if he gets more feats, then yeah. Dragon. I don't know how strong he is. I would assume Dragon's around here, but we really don't know. Old Man Garp. See, this one's really tough, because he's definitely not this strong. And I don't even think he would have been able to beat Akainu. But he also wasn't as weak as, like, how, like, Whitebeard became, either. He might have been Yonko level still. He was, like, probably between S and A, so I'm gonna put him right here. Luffy. I should make this clear for the Straw Hats. I'm going based on current, like, them currently. Currently, I think Luffy is somewhere, like, in this area. I'm not sure if I'd put him above Marco or below. I think Marco might be more of a threat to Yonko right now, so I'll put him below. Ben Beckman could also go above Luffy in that case. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna just do that. Ace, I am putting right here. I'll put him like that. There you go. I think all four of these guys are pretty interchangeable. So, yeah, don't come at me. Queen. Queen is pretty strong. I'll put him above Smoothie. Smoothie, again, is only here because of namesake and how I view the series. That's literally the only reason. Queen, I think, has more to him, so I'll put him just higher because of it. Old Man Waylay is going right up here with all these guys. Yeah, maybe Luffy's stronger than Waylay right now. I don't know. All four of these guys are interchangeable. Zoro. Zoro right now, he pulled off an amazing feat. But in all fairness, I do think Odin also pulled off the same feat. Just, I don't have Odin that high nonetheless. And the thing is, I'm not sure if Odin actually became stronger after he got to Wano, or if he just grew in that fight with Kaido. For right now, I think Zoro's gonna be fighting King, and essentially, when he fights King, he's gonna be at full power. That's kind of what's been indicated by the medicine, and I'm guessing it's gonna be a fairly high diff fight. So I'm gonna put Zoro up here, or actually right here for right now, because he hasn't beaten King yet. So I'm gonna put him right there with Odin. Green Bull. I see as interchangeable with Aokiji. Sabo. Sabo, I'm gonna put him fairly high up, I think. I think Sabo could actually tangle with a lot of people. And he was tangling with Fujitora, so I think I'm gonna put him up here. Akainu. Now, this isn't a picture of Marineford Akainu. I mean, this is a picture of Marineford Akainu, but for all intents and purposes, this is just Akainu in general, like right now. And I'm still gonna put Akainu up here. Uh, Part of the reason for that is because, like, it feels kind of weird to me, right? If, like, Garp is just the strongest Marine, and there's no one on that level of strength in the Marines as Luffy fights them. Especially since they might be a, like, end of the series fight. Of course, Emu exist, or Eam, or whatever you want to call them. They exist, and they could potentially be on that level and be that challenge, but for right now, we honestly don't know. I don't know, and I feel like there definitely has to be someone, and I kind of would be that someone. Plus, he did perform rather well against Whitebeard. Like I said in the last video, Whitebeard did, like, crap on him, but he came back, just kept fighting like nothing happened. And then even not taking, like, my bad. And then even, like, on top of that, he was holding back throughout Marineford. It's obvious he would destroy the island. We saw what happened at Punk Hazard. If he gets serious, the environment is changing. And so, like, it's obvious he was holding back to try to protect Marineford, but he still performed very well against Whitebeard, and his Devil Fruit, a lot of people don't understand, but a lot of Akainu's strength comes from his Devil Fruit. Like, that man's Devil Fruit has one of the highest offensive powers for a reason. If he punches you with a Magma Fist, it's pretty much the end of the game, depending on where he punches you. Like, if he gets your abdomen region or your head, game's over. Like, maybe Hockey. It's kind of inferred that Hockey can help prevent that, but I hope the Hockey's strong enough. Because, yeah, this man's he's strong, okay? He's much stronger than people give him credit for. I think he could easily fight any of the Yonko, and I think his fight against Whitebeard proves that. And I think he could really actually be on Pirate King level. I think that's a real possibility for him. And then Sanji. Sanji, I am going to put below Queen. Maybe below Smoothie, too? Well, he wouldn't be able to beat Smoothie in a fight. But this isn't based on person. This isn't based on 1v1s. It's based on general strength. Uh, I'll put him right here, and that's also with the raid suit. I think he's going to be using the raid suit from now on. kind of fits in line with if his character arc is to start accepting his family at some point. It would fit in line with that for him to use the raid suit, is kind of what's been hinted at. It gives him the ability to fly without effort, which would be a boost. It also makes him more durable. The way hockey seems to work in the series is like, if you compact something, it's like a hardened like skin, and if you put something underneath it, like, and it's more compact, you essentially make that effect of the skin like harder. You know, kind of like paper. If you were to put paper on top of a pillow, it's not very like, you know, it's not very durable or anything. If you put paper in front of a cinder block and punch it, it seems very hard. It's kind of like that effect. And so his raid suit kind of boosts him in terms of his offensive power, defensive power, especially with utilization of his hockey and also just his mobility. And considering he's also fighting Queen right now, someone with cybernetic enhancements who's also a scientist, yeah, I'm sorry to say it, but I think Sanji might be stuck with the raid suit. Hopefully it looks a bit more Sanji-esque, though, you know, like kind of maybe blends in with his suit a bit more in the future. Moving on, we have Scopper. And Scopper is going to be going all the way up here. Right about here. Or here. Or here. Or here. All of these are fine places for Scopper to be. Yeah, none of those are a problem. Am I missing Mihawk? I think I'm missing Mihawk. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna add Mihawk in post all of this, but his position won't be too much different compared to where he was before. Apu is a joke. Okay, he's not weak, but like he's not really all that strong either. I'll put him above Hawkins, I guess. Sengoku. Sengoku, I have no clue how strong this man was at all. Yeah, I have no clue how strong he was when he was fighting. I'm basing this off of Marineford Sengoku, but he was probably weaker than Garp. Shanks. Shanks is going up here. Obviously, I'm putting him above Whitebeard. I'd put him above Fujitora. Would I put him above Big Mom? I probably would. I think he's going to lose to Blackbeard. Shiryu. Shiryu, I'm not fully sure of where Shiryu should go. I do think he should go in front of King. I do think he should go in front of Katakuri, so I am going to currently put him in front of them. But potentially, because, like, thing is, I don't know how strong he is right now. I can only base it off how I would see him kind of progressing. And, like, that's also based off how I see his story progressing. So I could be wildly wrong, because, like, if Blackbeard was the end fight, he'd be up here, and Fujitora would be switched down to here. But if the Marines are the end fight, and Blackbeard is kind of before that, then, yeah, Shiryu could just be, like, up here, you know, with these guys. And that would probably just make perfect sense to me. For now, actually, I guess I will put him above Luffy, because that's kind of how I see the story going, so I'll put him up there. Prime Rayleigh, going in here. He is definitely stronger than Old Whitebeard. Is he stronger than Fujitora? I think him and Fujitora are about equal. Would they beat Big Mom in a fight? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say so. The thing is, Big Mom and Kaido are close, so that kind of should tell you how close I think everyone in this is. You know, I don't think there's much of a difference here. I think the one who has the biggest drop-off is probably Whitebeard right here. Law. Law is also interesting. He's fairly relative to Kid. But he also has feats that would kind of indicate that he's about where Zoro should be. But that was also before Zoro had Enma. It's tough. I think Law is probably still about the same strength as Zoro. For now, I'll put him below him, though. Or is he above? I'll put him above. Yeah, yeah, I'll put him above. Just for the sheer fact that he could probably do some weird stuff with Zoro by just switching around. So if like, yeah, if it came down to that, I'd put him above Zoro right now. I have no clue how strong Uruj is, but I do think he's stronger than Apu. He did beat, who was it? Snack? Yeah. Prime Whitebeard is going up here. I don't know which one of these two would be best next to Roger, but it doesn't really matter. To me, these four people are pretty much a battle could potentially go either way if either one of them lost focus for a second, you know? So it is what it is. Yasop. A lot of people think Yasop is like the first strongest of the Shanks pirates. I have no freaking clue how strong he is. I don't even know if he's the fourth strongest. It seems a bit weird because I assume that Usopp's going to surpass him, and I don't see Usopp being that strong. But I think I would say he's probably about here, maybe. As an X-Drake seemed relative to Zoro, but he's obviously not fully. Like, they can tangle a bit, but, like, he was shocked when he saw what Zoro did to Apu. Okay, that man was shook. And with that in mind, I'ma have to put him probably maybe here. Maybe could he beat Cracker? I don't think so. Anyways, I think this is pretty good, but I'm not fully happy with it. This part is solid right here. I think this is solid too. Now, I want to make it clear these two are here, but honestly, they could be lower, they could potentially be higher. I think Kizaru, Marco, Ben Beckman, Sabo, and Oman Wele are all three equally all five equally replaceable here. Oh, actually, Prime Scopper too. All six are equally replaceable. Shiryu, if the story goes the way I think it goes, that would mean all seven. And I promise that's the last one. Luffy at the end of Wano is probably going to be up here, but right now, given he didn't even last that long against Kaido, I think that right here is probably where he's going to be stuck at. Katakuri, should Katakuri still be this high? I am not sure at all. Do I think King is stronger than Katakuri? I have no clue. They're a bit interchangeable. So I'm gonna put current Kid above that. King doesn't have enough feats for me to put him above Katakuri. And Kuma I'm putting here because I do think he's really that strong, but I don't know if I'd see him beating them, especially as a cyborg. You know, when he had a bit more well, he's not even a cyborg now, he's just an android. When he had a bit more consciousness, maybe, because, like, he is pretty devastating. But right now, yeah. Law above Zoro, I think that's fair. Both of them above Odin. I think Zoro and Odin are fairly interchangeable right now. Yeah. Uh, I'd put Odin a bit above Zoro, technically, I guess, in a fight, because I think Odin can actually do what he meant to do, but on purpose. But that again, Zoro possibly could as well. They both use like their strongest attack against Kaido, and the thing was Zoro was just heavily injured beforehand. So actually, you know what? Interchangeable. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 of these guys, pretty interchangeable. Doesn't really matter the order to me. Jinbei I have right here. I'd say that him versus Queen, I'd say maybe I don't. The thing is, I think he'll be as strong as these guys at the end of the series. I don't know if he is right now, so for safety, I'll put him right here and Sanji above. And then I'll put them both above Smoothie because Smoothie is just boring. She doesn't have anything to her. I'll still put her above Jozu, but I think Jozu could easily take her on Cracker. I think he's killing Jack, honestly. Killer could probably take Jack. I'd put Drake below Killer, though. Doflamingo, thing is, I don't see Doflamingo really beating too many people. I could see him beating Sanji. I honestly need to do a video explaining Doflamingo's powers. He kind of has some cheat codes because his strings aren't really seen to be breakable, except when you can kind of move your body. Like, the reason why Luffy was able to break them when he was trapped in them was because he's went Geo Force. So, like, it was either his body gets cut and it cuts through the hockey, or he breaks the strings. Because we've never really seen Dofi's strings cut through hockey either. So, the way it kind of seems to work is like if you can morph your body, you can actually get out of Dofi's strings. That's why like Jozu was trapped in Dofi's strings. You know, he can't actually morph his body, but Dofi could have cut through him either. So, you know, on the other hand, Jack can morph his body, and Jinbei couldn't. So I think Dofi could potentially beat Jinbei in a fight, but I think generally Jinbei is still stronger. Smoothie potentially could. We don't know, like we know she can get bigger. I don't know if she could store any energy from her smoothies to actually do so or not. All of the Admirals, any Logia user, flat out could, because they can literally morph their body even, like, you know, that's pretty straightforward. And pretty much any zone user. You know, Big Mom can't, but she also has Zeus and Prometheus, well, now Hera and Prometheus, so those two things are super strong and can act of their own free wills. So even if she was to be caught, it's not like Dofi's cutting through her, and they can just attack Dofi. Whitebeard, I don't know if Whitebeard can necessarily get out of it. Maybe he could somehow, maybe he could somehow quake his way through it. But outside of that, I don't know if he could actually get out of it. Dofi wouldn't be able to hurt him either, but, you know. So yeah, although I think Dofi could beat some of these people, like Lucky Woo, Sanji, Jinbei, maybe Kid. Kid might be able to pull something off with his magnetism powers. Ben Beckman, Rayleigh, potentially even. Although I think he could potentially, like, not even necessarily beat all of them, but stop them with his strings. I don't think he's generally stronger than any of them. And Yasop, there's just not really any feats for. He could honestly go down here. It doesn't matter. Urush, I'd put above him. Apu has better showings to me than Hawkins. Boa, I feel like Boa's too low. I'll put Boa right here. Yeah. Burgess, I feel like Burgess is too low too, considering how, like, he got thrashed, but he still was there with. I'll put Burgess, like, I don't see him beating Cracker, but I'll put him right there. Yeah. I also don't see him beating Jozu, so. Pretty much, Moria, yeah, he can stay down in the trash. All three of these, cool. Just in case I forget to, Mihawk would go probably right where Shanks is, and then it would go Shanks and Rayleigh. Yeah, wait. Yeah, that's fine. Or Rayleigh could be up here. Honestly, doesn't matter. You can make all three interchangeable for all I care. Either way is cool. Anyways, that is my list right now. You should be seeing the copy I made with Mihawk pasted in there. I think it's a pretty solid list. Tell me if you disagree or if you agree. You know, just let me know down in the comments. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe. Yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be dropping more stuff. And if you really want to talk about something, you know, hit me up on Twitter. I'm going to have my Twitter, obviously, at the end of this video. Could even potentially do a voice chat, in which case we put the conversation up here on my YouTube channel. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Bye.